I heard something on social media that sent a shockwave through my mind and heart that we tend to spend the first half of our lives spending our health to make money. And then we end up spending up the little money that we may have made to try to regain at least some of our health.
Welcome back to Elevate with Yoana Nin, where I interview women from all over the globe, and I want to empower you as a woman, as a human being that's struggling maybe today, that needs some help, that needs connecting with someone. Wherever you are, I just want you to know one thing. You're okay, you're enough, you will be fine. You gotta trust that there is a greater force that is always there protecting you and taking care of you. With that in mind, I have a super special guest today. Laura, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you so much for being part of my journey. This is a fairly new channel and also launching the podcast. And you've always been an inspiration to me. I've known you for quite a while, and I know that you're going through a lot of struggles, especially in the last year, same as myself, same as many, many other people that are in that part of their life, I would think, where they're awakening. They're awakening to who they really are. They are, spending some time with themselves, answering some deeper questions than most people actually answer, which is an amazing thing. As difficult as it might be in this particular moment, I think that it's a win, because whatever chapter you're in your life, you need to be in it. You need to acknowledge it. You just need to take it as it is. And when you're grieving, you gotta let that grief, get a hold of you, stay with it, acknowledge it. And so, who are you, Laura? Tell me just a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to dig deeper into your journey and what you're going through right now, so we can empower other women.
My name is Laura Strater. I was born in Romania and raised there until I went to college, and then when I was 30 years old, I came to the U.S. to teach students in a high school, and I've lived in the U.S. and worked here since then, and I have become an American citizen about 6 years ago.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And I still have family in Romania. And here I've been working as a teacher for almost the whole time I was here. Now I work in a hospital. And I'm working night shifts, 12 hours and a half night shifts. And you asked about some struggles that I've been through.
Yep.
I think that some of the cultural shocks that I had initially have been strong, and I had to learn to overcome them with maturity and respect for cultures and subcultures that I've met that were not familiar to me. Another struggle was once I turned 40 a few years ago, I started to develop health issues. Diabetes may have been in my genes, but sometimes I wasn't aware of my food choices being as unhealthy as they were, or job stress and lack of self-care were not helping me exercise more. But diabetes and fibromyalgia have been the biggest struggles that I've had in this last few years, and also I've struggled with some depression, and I've started tackling diet and exercise in the past few years, and it's going better, but there's still a long way. And yes, like you said, I'm not afraid to ask deep, meaningful questions. because even if finding the answers is not easy at all, sometimes seems impossible, I think it's still worth to ask them. And I'm a person who likes science and philosophy. And one of the quotes that I heard is that it's, it's better to be an anxious Socrates as compared to a satisfied pig.
That's interesting. Very nice. I like it. I've been watching you and I've met you in person. And I can say one thing. Um, there's people talking a lot of there are people there talking and just doing lip work. And then there are people out there like you that say things that they mean, um, believe in the purity of the soul, in a real friendship, understand that friendship goes both ways. It's a it's a partnership. Um, you are a true, genuine human being, and very interesting that in a way I feel that in that genuinity and in that soul that you have, like really like the child's intact soul, you take a lot upon yourself and a lot of the suffering of the world, and you blame yourself for a lot of the things that are happening with other people. And I want to just say this to all of you that are watching. I think many put too much emphasis on what other people think about them, on being the one that's consistently dragging everyone to hang out with them, or doing everything for everyone, and oftentimes removing their well-being, and putting themselves aside in order to please other people. Now, there's a point where you break. Yeah, there's a point where you say enough is enough. I've kind of had enough. And unfortunately, for some women, that moment in their life can come when there's already disease that has been manifested in their body. And that is a moment where, of course, now you don't only have mental challenges and struggles with generally, but now you're hurting, right? And now you're going to the doctor, and now you have to take medicine, and there's a consistent roller coaster that you feel like you just want to throw up because you're just not enjoying the ride. I can say one thing before. Of course, I always say I want to say one thing because I like talking. But the reason I wanted to do this, and to tell other women about who you are on a deeper level, right? Um, is because I see this a lot, and I, as an empath, as a woman who understands energy, as a woman who likes hanging out with people, genuinely cares about other people, you take things, and I take things sometimes way too personal. And I give, and I want to help, and I want to, genuinely be there. And I find myself sometimes just giving so much and just waking up and going, where is my energy? What happened? I think that genuinely, Laura, um, you are one of the most sincere and amazing women I have ever had the privilege of meeting in person. And at the same time, you are one of the ones that doesn't see it in yourself, understands it on a theoretical level, but you don't believe in your heart that you are amazing, which is the reason why I wanted you on this channel. Because a lot of women deplete themselves from their own selves up to the moment where they can't take it anymore. So, when was the last time that you took one day for yourself from morning till dawn and you did nothing for anyone else but yourself?
Oh, that would take a lot of thinking because it's highly likely I've never took that long. I may have taken parts of the day. I don't know if I ever took that. I can recall a whole day for myself. No, I don't think so.
Question: who, very well known, said that he worked for 6 days and he took one day off?
God,
Exactly! Do you think that you have part of God within you?
part of God in me, yes, sure.
We all do. We're all part of that source energy. Now, do you think you would enjoy taking a full day for yourself?
I'll have to work on that because I probably feel guilty.
Bingo. What would you feel guilty about?
Oh, wasting time maybe, and let's see, not helping my family, maybe.
So, would you say I'm correct if I said that you put an equal sign between time for yourself to replenish equal wasting time because you're not there for your family?
Maybe I did, but I've made good strides toward changing that lately since I started prioritizing self-care. I heard something probably on social media, this saying that had kind of sent a shockwave through my mind and heart, where it was saying that we tend to spend the first half of our lives spending our health to make money, and then we end up spending up the little money that we may have made or may have not made to try to regain at least some of our health. And I think I internalized that, and I was already at a point where I was spending too much time and money going to the doctors, medicines, trying to fix stuff instead of working on preventing even more stuff for coming onto myself due to unhealthy habits. So I took the plunge. I took the bull by the horns, and I prioritized self care. And I made it a goal to get rid of my diabetes and to lead a more active life, as in physically active, not just at my job, but work out and take care of myself with exercise and eat, choosing healthier foods and making time to rest without feeling guilty about it. Take a nap if I want to and need to. Walk outside, get out in nature, all the good things and habits that help my brain and my body, my emotional life, and connection with other people's. And recently I came up with this idea of making my socializing time, which, just like you, I'm enjoying that a lot. It energizes me socializing with other people. I came up with the thought that maybe I should make my meetings with friends walk and talk type in the park, for example. It hits three birds with one stone. Getting out in nature, good for the mind and for the soul. Socializing and including a walk, that's great for the health. So I'm aiming to find friends that want to join me in I'm gonna start with a bi-monthly walk and talk in the park rather than sit and eat.
So ultimately, you did take the action to prioritize your health, because you're right. If we don't do that, then we are like this empty cup, and there's just so much that we can pour into other people. And but then if we have an empty cup, there's nothing to give at other people. And I think that a lot of women are struggling with that. I was there myself when I felt that I, you know, the I was confusing time with energy, and I was building several businesses. I was like, wait, what am I doing? I need to work for 8 hours to prove to someone, to who, first of all, that I'm working so much. And why? And then you look at other, you especially, you have been a teacher, and you understand, even for children, they don't have the capacity to sit there and to listen for such a long time. We're the same as humans. We can only focus so much, but when we focus on the right thing for the right amount of time with the right energy and intent, that's when things actually happen. So even in my coaching practice, where before I was like, well, I'm offering, I'm offering 3 months one-on-one, and I would put an emphasis on, we can spend an hour together or 90 minutes together. Right now I'm starting to change my strategy, because all you need sometimes is 2 minutes of just clearing your mind and having a aha moment where you go, okay, this is what I was missing for today. And going back to the self-care, see, I would love if every woman on this planet would have that one day for herself, would also go with other women to hang out, go on trips with friends, have that for herself, because as moms, as partners, as dog owners, cat owners, whatever, we have that within ourselves to consistently care. And I mean, just to be very transparent, I'm looking at my daughter right now who's 16. I don't know if she remembers how many sleepless hours I had. I don't think she understands why my hair is all dried, and I'm pretty much 100% gray, right? Um, I'm not saying I'm regretting what I did. What I'm saying, though, is that I could have done it better without wasting all this time, and without waiting till the last moment, till, I need to wait till I'll have the money. I need to wait till I'll be more prepared. I need to. And then eventually, like, when is that time actually going to come? When we're going to be 60 or 70 or on our deathbed? I recently had a great interview with someone, and I asked her what success means to her. And she said, I really wouldn't want to regret anything when I get there. I want to just say, hey, I had an amazing life. I had an amazing journey. So, my next question to you is, what are the 3 things that you love, absolutely freaking love about yourself?
I do love my compassion, even though sometimes people take advantage of it. Those who are like, let's say, con artists and they don't care. Another thing is that I like about myself. I try to lead by example. I aim to lead by example. That's why I aim to not talk the talk until I walk the walk. I know that's the only way that we can help make the world a better place, by personal example. Preaching, teaching may or may not help. They help, but not nearly as much as the personal example. And sometimes that even won't help until somebody really wants to change themselves. And the third thing that I like about myself is my commitment to the environment, the planet, the animals, everything that sustains life on this earth. I have been able to introduce new habits in regards to recycling more and better, um, and coming up with solutions for problems that create a lot of trash, and especially plastic and metal cans, which are the worst for the environment. And one thing, I try to not even bring any kind of plastic in my house. Also replace everything that's plastic with either glass or something else that's more sustainable. Um, it can be more expensive. It can be difficult, but I don't have to do it all at once. I can just do one baby step at a time. And when I got that under my belt, I move to the next one.
Why do you think people or women are struggling? What do you think their challenges are? What are the biggest challenges that are standing in the way of the women that can seem to really feel happy about their lives?
I think it could be things like insecurities. It could be trauma. It could be addiction. It could be even addiction for other people's approval. It could be people pleasing. It could be the need for approval from others, especially the ones whose opinion we care about most. It could be um, it's I think it's very much culturally relate. It's very much culturally ingrained. Um, it could be a lack of seeing our self worth, and the biggest I think it's unconditional is lack of unconditional acceptance, or shall we say conditional acceptance. I can only accept myself if I can rate myself in the top 10 in my roles in my life, my job, my family. I'm a good or great wife, sister, daughter, teacher, accountant, swimmer, treadmill walker, friend, etc. Those are a few of the main ones. Sometimes we let ourselves to be a doormat because we are passive. Um, I'm not going to plead for aggressiveness, but somewhere in the middle, being assertive.
And what do you think that, like some of the women, um, especially the overachievers, why do you think that they fear, or do you think they fear success?
Consciously, we want success. Possibly unconsciously or subconsciously, we do fear it because once we get there, what's there left? What is there left to do? It is like a feeling of empty. It's like when I finished my first college and I graduated, and it was the first day when I didn't have to study or do anything, and I was like, well, that's a weird feeling. What is I don't know what to do with myself. Um, yes, I heard that even was it Buzz Aldrin or one of those who went uh on the moon early? They got depressed because he was like, well, I accomplished my biggest dream and humanity's biggest dream at the time. So he got depressed because what is there left to work for? And it's like when we put the flag on the top of the mountain, then we need another mountain to conquer. And until we find it, we're left feeling strange.
Yeah, it makes sense. Do you what does success look like to you?
Well, most importantly is my health, physical and mental. That's what success means to me because without that I can't do anything else. much. I would be depressed and I would be sedentary and I would be probably useless. But, I've had to train myself that even if I got to a point where I was useless, sick, dependent on others, hey, I'm still a worthy human being just because I breathe, just because I exist. And if somebody else is going to have to take care of me or whatever's going to happen, bring it on, because I'm not going to sit there and complain. It's one of those things where if I face my fears, I'm going to work with the worst case scenario and then decide if that happens, I'll be prepared for it. One way, what ways I can prepare to prevent that, what ways I can prepare to deal to help fix that, and anything else is not in my control. What's in my control, I'll do. What's not in my control, I won't. So success for me is mental, emotional, social, physical health. And then the other thing, like short term right now, completing my second master's in clinical mental health, being able to help people who are suffering to learn to unconditionally accept themselves, and some other good things. That's the difference I want to make in the world for the better.
Wow, I didn't even know you were going for the master's. Congratulations on that.
Thank
That
you.
is,
I'm hoping to finish it soon. I've completed about 45 credits out of 60, but the last part is the hardest, plus the internship. So yes, please wish me luck.
oh, absolutely. The luck is the one that you're creating right now through God's help and
Yeah,
through,
it's kind of like,
your work. So I'm very happy for you. Just wanted to to say that I again commend you for who you are and for how awesome you are and for everything that you're doing for yourself, for other people, for nature, for animals, and if any women out there want to connect with Laura, just you are in a space where you just need to speak with someone, or if you would be interested in connecting with myself, maybe trying some life coaching or anything that might take you out of a state where you're not feeling joy for life right now, please connect with us. We're here to listen, we're here to empower you and to help you in any step of the way. So, Laura, thank you again for being here. It's been a pleasure. You are an inspiration to me. I love you. I commend you, and I can't wait for this to be published, for us to look at it in a few years and say, "Yay! Do you remember a couple of years ago we talked about this, and look how many things have changed in the meantime." So please subscribe, please comment below. I know Laura is an inspiration to all of you. She's been through many, many struggles, and she's moving forward with the strength that a lot of people could use right now. So feel free to reach out. Thanks again, Laura. Have a beautiful rest of your day.
thank you.
Take
And I want to
care.
make a quick commitment, since accountability helps us walk the walk. On Friday, 2 days from now, I'm going to take full day of rest for myself without guilt.
Yes. Yay! Thank you for doing that for yourself. Please keep me posted. And if any of you are watching and if you need a habit, maybe you can call Laura or myself and say, "Hey, can you be my accountability partner? I just need to talk to someone." And that's what we're doing. Love you. Thank you again for being here. Have a beautiful day. Bye.